Do you have any other tactics that, if someone's trying to create a good BBEG or maybe inspiration, where would you point people to? If they're like, "Look, I'm trying to make something memorable for my players," what's either one tip you would give them or like maybe another villain or a source that you would point to and be like, "Use something from this here."
I mean, I think it's easy enough just to say, like, there are 6 stories. They've all been told, and it's just making stories your own. Look around for the villains that inspire you and try and identify why they inspire you. Why do you like this villain more than the other? And draw on those things and add your own flavor to it. I think that the thing as creators that we lose sight of sometimes is that creation is a two-way street. You can't just output. You have to take things in as well, or you will just burn out and you won't make anything good. Um, so I think my best advice is if you're struggling to understand the ideas behind your villain, look around at some of your favorite villains and examine them. Understand why they're doing what they're doing, and I'll bet you real quick something will shake loose for you.
Mhm.
So I have the complete opposite advice because so I hear that advice a
Oh.
lot, and it works well for a lot of people. It does not work very well for me.
Mm,
Um, that's sort of like a bottom up approach to building a villain, right? It's like choose a template that you like and sort of map everything else onto that villain, all the things that they do, figuring out what their motivation, what they're doing. That works for sure. That rarely works for me. Instead, I often take sort of a top down approach and think, what would be a cool sort of defining moment to start a campaign? And so one of the campaigns that I ran was on a flying continent. And I was like, I want a part of that continent to fall out of the sky, and I want somebody to have done it. And I'm going to chase answering the questions of like who would do that and why and what would they have needed to do in order to achieve that goal, and then build out a web of people who were involved and who wanted it to happen and who didn't want it to happen. And then you have factions and you have a big villain. And that turned out to be one of my more memorable villains because I
That's
started with
great.
like,
mhm.
what's a cool thing they can do? What is the bad thing that they have already achieved by the time the
Mhm.
campaign starts?
Right.
And you're going to be full of like cool ideas where it's like, oh, well, what if they trigger a volcano? What if they, you know, engineer a war? Like, what if they do, like, if you think about like specific world altering events, you can start putting together the pieces to figure out who did that and why, and they will be very interesting.